More NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, they've got Jimmy Butler. Noah is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Dunleavy, and it's Rose in at the point guard position. There's Green, plenty of space. Good, it's Harden with the assist that time. Green's got the lead up to 13 now for Cleveland. Green's gone 4-7 in field goal attempts tonight. 57%. Gasol, a screen on Paul. Rose goes in. Gasol. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Paul passes to Davis. Chicago grabs the miss. Noah's got his third rebound tonight. Noah with a screen for Rose. There's the pass to Dunleavy. Outside Gasol. It's stolen by Green. And here they come. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
That one goes. Count it.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Cleveland leading by 11. Paul outside. Butler against Harden. Passes it to Wade. He dishes it to Davis. And he slams it one-handed.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Butler against Wade. Butler goes in, and he gets the bucket. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Paul kicks to Davis. Harden outside. Pass to Green. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. 6 on the shot clock. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Wade. 6 points for James Harden.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Paul against Brooks. Kicks it to Noah. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Almost automatic when he can get the basketball that close to the basket.
Well, defense has to be played earlier in that situation. You've got to fight to not allow him to get that position in the first place.
Harden dishes to Green. Feeds to Wade. Fades back. And he can't bank that one in. Brooks against Paul. Mirotic has a wide open look, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Mirotic has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Chicago. And so here's Cleveland. They've led by as many as 14 points. Outside, Green. Davis sets a screen. Green kicks to Davis. Dishes it to Paul. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. That's good. Brooks has got his first bucket in this one. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the third. Paul passes to Harden. And just miss after miss right now.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Dunleavy's shot is off. Cleveland leading by 7. The dish to Green. Puts up a 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Brooks, and Mirotic has it in the corner. Offensive rebound. The feed now to Butler. There's a minute left in the third. Puts up a 3. Green with the rebound.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
For the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Chicago trails by 13. Noah with a screen on Paul. Pass to Dunleavy. All sorts of time. And it falls over the rim and in.
Assisted, Aaron Brooks.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Brooks against Paul. He feeds it to Wade. It's stolen by Dunleavy. And here we go. Dunleavy heading to the hoop. That's good. Dunleavy's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The rejection by Paul. Just 4 seconds left in the third. From deep, Harden, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Cleveland ahead. They lead by... And the final period of play just about to start. Chicago trails by 7. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Smart, and it's Lillard in at the 1. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Gasol with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Gasol's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Chicago.
Really opportunistic basketball there. And when they desperately needed it, timely, opportunistic basketball.
And it really couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, they've got to take even more chances on defense now. Try to get some more of those steals to start the break.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Oh, guys, come on. He's up there
move.
posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Gasol. Lillard with the block. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Chicago making a switch here. Dunleavy's checked in.
Mike Dunleavy.
Chicago trails by 7. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Gasol inside. He's against Kanter. And even 3-on-3 break. Leonard kicks to Lillard. Anthony in the corner. Now the pass to Smart. Back to Anthony. Clock at 6. Good. And Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Cleveland leading by 8. Anthony dishes to Leonard. He kicks it to Lillard. Here's Cantor, and that one's good.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Out to the right wing. Here's Smart. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
2 shots, gentlemen.
At the line, Marcus Smart.
And that one falls for Smart. A different look now for Cleveland. Cousins comes in for Enes Kanter. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Leonard. Here's Rose. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
A different look now for Cleveland. James Harden, he's checked in for Anthony. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Smart. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Harden with it. Butler covering. And here's Love from the arc. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg. Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He's got 13 points and several assists. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Davis comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Green in for Kevin Love. Noah with a screen on Wade. Noah the screen. And Butler, here we go. Dunleavy kicks to Gasol. Rose gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 16 points for Derrick Rose.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Green against Gasol. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Cleveland ball.
Harden against Butler. Just 5